the incident that happened in Wasingishu is unfortunate, and it is bad manners. And we want to condemn with the strongest term possible all those who participated in such heinous act. We in UDA don't condone any form of violence. And even our president had commented on that, only that the president seemed to be taking sides. Because I remember when there was attack of members of parliament in Kibera, he actually came out casually and said, I thank God it was politicians who were targeted. He should have condemned that incident and condemned this incident so that the president himself will not set this country on fire. Because he must be very clear, and he must be the symbol of national unity. You can't condemn one incident of the same magnitude and at the same time promoting another incident of that magnitude. So whatever happened, we regret. We apologize. As a leader from the Rift Valley region, Wasingishu is within Rift Valley. We apologize to the right former Prime Minister, Raila Odinga, and we promise him that going forward, we will censor our own supporters to behave so that we give everybody an opportunity to campaign in any corner of this country. You are free. This is a free, democratic country. You will be given an opportunity to sell your agenda and manifesto so that Kenyans can make a logical conclusion and logical decisions. We will not like to witness what we witnessed in Kondele. The president was very quiet, and his own deputy, his own car was stolen. It was just fortunate that the deputy is being protected by God. We know what happened in the incident in Muranga Canal place, where even our own officer stood at the pulpit and asked worshippers to vacate the church simply because the deputy president was visiting. We had dictatorship long time ago in Kenya, but we have never witnessed a situation whereby mtumishi wa serikali, askari polisi, akiwa na krauni kwa pulpit. We have never witnessed a tear gas being thrown into the church. So I think the president should condemn all of them. He is the symbol of national unity. He should behave as one.
Okay. Kennedy, your thoughts on the Raila helicopter issue?
I think let me start by correcting my colleague here that the president is no longer a symbol of national unity. When he joined Azimio, he ceased being a symbol of national unity. Nowadays, we just look at the national anthem, the flag, and the coat of arms. I think before I make comment on that, I would like also to point out to my sister that as a person, the deputy president is a public officer. And as a person, I have no problem with the property and the wealth of all public officers being made public, including even private citizens. That's what happens in accountable progressive societies. My only problem is, why just the deputy president?
And why lie?
Why just him? And when he was bringing out that information, what was the basis? Under what law? My only problem is someone waking up and just because they think they are above the law and they are politically correct, they believe they can do whatever they want, they can use whatever they believe they have against you in whatever way they choose. That's my only concern. Because today, what Kenyans forget is that positions are very temporary. You will be here today, tomorrow you will be on the other side. And I think for some of us who are in politics and we have been following politics, you realize today power flips so fast. So today you might be clapping and celebrating because it's happening outside the law. But tomorrow it will flip and it will be on your side or your colleague's side or your friend's side. That's when you realize it's dangerous. On the Raila issue, I think I would also like to educate Matiang'i. In developed societies, even when the FBI is doing an investigation, they will say preliminary reports indicate that the suspects were so and so, or this and this. You cannot come out and say with finality that this thing was organized by politicians. The only institution with the authority to make such a proclamation is the court of law. You're telling us it was planned by politicians, which means you know them. Why have they not been arrested? Because it's the same thing. There's no difference with what Matiang'i is saying, that it was planned by politicians, and what Uhuru said, money is being stolen. Money is being stolen, you know who is stealing, but you're doing nothing. It means you're even, most likely you are the thief. So for me, we condemn the violence with all the strongest terms possible. But I would also like our institutions to work administratively. They should run out of this political sensationalism. Okay. Being right to your boss and being right for the moment is not good for the country. Let's do our job. Let's read our constitution. We don't want any Kenyan to feel insecure in any part of this country. Actually, for me, I pray for a day when Otieno can comfortably vie in Nyeri and he will get his seat. When Kamau can comfortably, like in our constituency in Kutula, there's a Maina who is vying as an MCA, and is being supported. So when someone, a public officer who is in charge of our security, comes out and casually chooses to sensationalize such a serious matter, the first question I ask is, for someone with the status of the Right Honorable former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, why wasn't there sufficient security in the first place? When people are throwing stones, where were these police officers? I would expect this man is supposed to be very protected, and considering now he's a is the project of the government, he's supposed to be very protected. So for it to be that open, and then someone later on comes to tell us it was organized by politicians, and no politician has been arrested or charged in a court of law, I think it's overplaying the games, which sometimes puts into question even the content of the matter that is being discussed.